I've been working with a client for quite some time trying to find him a house to buy. And we've looked, the super low inventory. It's very tough to find a house near that he wants to be in. And I received a text from him this morning, and I want to read that to you. So here's what the text said. It says, "There's nothing to buy, but when we find the one, how do I buy it before I sell my current home?" Well, great question. We have a number of ways that we can do this. One of the ways basically would be to get a bridge loan, but we did not suggest that in this case. What we suggested is a contingent offer. And let me explain. So what we suggested to this client of ours is that once we find the one, we can make an offer on that house subject to, contingent on the sale of his current home. And that way we can time this purchase. So we're going to make an offer on the one that he wants, subject to, contingent on the sale of his current home. Meaning if he does not sell his current home, he doesn't have to buy the new home. So it puts him in the driver's seat. So let me explain a little more on how this works. So in the contract, there'll actually be a provision to let the seller of the one that of the new home, so to speak, or the one the buyer wants, of that seller will be able to continue to market the property. My buyer will have it under contract, right? We'll have control of it, but it gives the seller the right to keep marketing the property. And now the buyer is selling his current home, and so he's going to try to sell his current home so we can buy this new one. Now the seller of the new home is out there marketing the property. Let's say that seller finds a buyer. Here's what happens. The seller will then notify me, in this case, the buyer's agent, and say, do you, we've got another buyer for this property. Does your buyer want to move forward with it? It'll be in writing. And typically what our contract is that my buyer will have 72 or 48 hours to respond to that and to be able to say, yes, I want to buy the house, or no, I don't. And at that point, the buyer can look to see financially, are they in a position to buy the house without selling theirs? Do they want to do that? Do they want to have two mortgages, or do they want to own two houses? They can make that decision. Now, let's say they say yes. Well, if they say yes, it's pretty simple. You move forward with the purchase agreement. The seller will have to continue to keep marketing his home for sale, but he would move forward with the purchase agreement. Now, let's say he says no. If he says no, it becomes real simple. At this point, he's out of the contract. The seller will go ahead then and sell the house to another buyer. And this buyer, now my client, gets his earnest money deposit back, and it's okay. Everyone wins. Now, of course, if during the time while this is under contract with the contingent offer, if the buyer sells his house in this case, obviously it moves forward with the purchase. So it really gives the buyer full control. I mean, they really don't have to buy the house until they sell theirs, and that's really the main goal. Really, is to be able to find the one you want, and then basically to control that while it give you some time to sell your current home. Which leads me, really, that's a great segue to what are the big advantages? Big advantage gives you some more time to sell your home, and you can still control the home you want. So two big advantages there to the contingent offer. You control the home you want, and you basically give you more time to sell your home. The downside? Well, the downside of a contingent offer is now you have maybe a little more time pressure to sell, right? You've got the pressure of, and also the excitement and the emotion of wanting to buy this new home, but you haven't sold your current home. And now, given this situation, now maybe the downside is, are you under a little more pressure to, maybe you're going to be more relaxed in terms, maybe you're going to lower your price just to be able to sell your home to buy this new one. So that is the downside of a contingent offer. The other downside is inherent is, will a seller accept it? We are seeing sellers today that are being more welcoming of a contingent offer. So if you are looking for a house, but you just don't want to own two houses, or you just really don't want to try to time the market where you just could end up owning two houses, you might want to look at a contingent offer. It's a great strategy to control the home you want and basically buy before you sell your current home.